Guys, what if I told you there's a particular spot on your body that, when you massage it for only 60 seconds, can boost blood flow, ease tension, and even assist with those performance problems that crept in after turning 50? And before you think about clicking away, assuming this sounds like some odd alternative medicine gimmick, just hear me out for a bit. This method has been practiced in traditional medicine for hundreds of years, and now modern science is starting to catch on, explaining precisely why it's so effective. I'm going to demonstrate for you exactly where this spot is located, the proper way to massage it, which oils will make it the most impactful, and why this straightforward technique might just be that essential element missing from your daily health regimen. No need for pricey gear, no embarrassing doctor visits, just a simple practice you can handle right in the comfort of your home that truly delivers results. Let's tackle the big issue right up front. Once you hit 50, changes happen down there. Blood flow just isn't like it was before. Sensitivity drops off, and what once occurred without thinking now requires some work, or worse, fails to happen entirely. A lot of guys simply chalk this up to the natural process of getting older. They might grab a pill now and then when it's urgent and cross their fingers. But let me tell you what's really going on inside your body. Those pelvic floor muscles, which handle everything from peeing to getting an erection, they end up both tight and weak simultaneously. Seems like a paradox, doesn't it? They're stuck in a state of constant tension, yet without real power. It's similar to a rubber band that's been pulled out too far for too long. It's taut, but it has no rebound anymore. The blood vessels down in that zone lose their elasticity. Circulation grinds to a halt, and the nerves responsible for sending those pleasure signals end up squeezed by overly tight muscles and slouched posture. Decades of desk sitting, daily stress, and the inevitable effects of aging brew up this ideal mix of troubles. And since men rarely open up about these topics, the vast majority have no clue that there's a straightforward fix they can actually implement. The folks in the medical field are beginning to acknowledge what Eastern traditions have understood for ages: that focused massage and targeted pressure therapy can make a huge difference in pelvic health and blood circulation. Today's physical therapists employ these approaches for issues with pelvic floor function. Urologists suggest them for keeping the prostate in good shape. But hardly anyone is discussing how they can enhance potency and overall performance. The spot I mean is known as the perineum, or as it's sometimes dubbed, the $1,000,000 point in the world of traditional Chinese medicine. It's positioned right between your scrotum and anus, smack in the center. I get it, not exactly the easiest zone to chat about, but this area plays a vital role in men's health. This region is where several key structures all come together. There are major blood vessels feeding the penis, crucial nerves managing erection and feeling, the very base of the penis, and links straight to the prostate. By massaging this zone, you're influencing every one of these elements all at the same time. Picture it as a busy road junction that's become jammed up over the years. Traffic's gridlocked every which way. Nothing's getting through smoothly. Applying massage to this point is akin to calling in a traffic officer to clear the way and restore the flow. Blood circulation picks up pace, nerves get some breathing room, muscles loosen up, and before long, bodily systems that have been off-kilter for years begin to fire on all cylinders once more. Locating this spot turns out to be simpler than you'd imagine. Perch on the edge of a chair or stretch out flat with your knees drawn up. With your index finger and middle finger together, apply light pressure in the space between your scrotum and anus. Aim for a mildly soft, dipped-in spot roughly halfway along that line. Once you hit it, you could sense it's a touch sore or reactive. That's totally expected and even indicates you've nailed the location. Now, let me walk you through the most reliable technique. Apply a moderate amount of pressure, roughly like what you'd use to test if a tomato's ripe, and do little circular rubs, going clockwise for 30 seconds, followed by counterclockwise for another 30. There you have your basic 1-minute session. You're not aiming to press in aggressively. This isn't some intense deep tissue work. It's all about steady, soft pressure that promotes better blood movement and eases built-up stress. Certain guys like an up and down motion better than circles, sort of like softly tapping the area with your fingertips. Others respond well to a hold and release rhythm, pressing steady for 5 seconds, then letting go for 5 seconds. Experiment with various styles to discover what suits you best. The real secret lies in doing it regularly and tuning into how your body reacts. If sharp pain hits, you're going in too forcefully. If there's zero sensation, try a tad more pressure or adjust your aim a smidge. It usually takes a handful of attempts for most men to dial it in. So if it seems clumsy initially, cut yourself some slack. Keep in mind, this is likely a body part you've overlooked your whole life. Sure, you could perform this massage without any oil, but picking the appropriate one ramps up its effectiveness and comfort levels a great deal. The oil does more than just slide things along. Specific types bring qualities that amp up circulation, dial down swelling, and offer subtle boost to hormone balance. My favorite pick is castor oil, and I'll explain the reasons. Castor oil stands out with its special knack for sinking deep into the tissues, much further than nearly any other option. For centuries, it's been applied exactly for enhancing blood flow and cutting inflammation. That ricinoleic acid found in castor oil serves as a strong anti-inflammatory agent, while also sparking better circulation. When you work the perineum using castor oil, it's like delivering a two-pronged boost to the area. The physical action of the massage, combined with the oil's own circulatory perks. To apply castor oil, start by warming roughly a teaspoon in your palms. Nobody enjoys cold oil on delicate spots. The heat not only aids deeper penetration, but also turns the massage into a more soothing experience. Plenty of men mention sensing a gentle warmth afterward, which is simply the uptick in blood flow making itself known. Coconut oil ranks as another solid option, particularly for those with touchy skin. It's got natural antibacterial traits, soaks in nicely, and avoids that sticky residue. Virgin coconut oil packs in elements that aid hormone creation and fight inflammation. On top of that, it carries a nicer scent than castor oil, which a few fellows find a little too clinical. Black seed oil flies a bit under the radar, yet it's remarkably potent. It holds thymoquinone, a substance proven to enhance blood flow and bolster testosterone levels. For millennia in Middle Eastern healing practices, it's targeted male vitality specifically. The main drawback? It's pricier and tougher to track down, though loads of guys rave about its results. If you're inclined to mix things up, whip up a custom blend. Combine equal portions of castor oil and coconut oil. Toss in a handful of drops from essential oils. Peppermint oil ramps up circulation and delivers a refreshing coolness that plenty of people find energizing. Rosemary oil gives another push to blood movement. Sandalwood has long been favored in traditions for supporting male reproductive wellness. One quick note. Essential oils pack a punch. Stick to 3 to 4 drops for every ounce of base oil. Nothing beyond that. Allow me to break down what's truly taking place during this massage, since grasping the how-to makes committing to it far simpler. As you press on the perineum, a bunch of processes kick off all together. To start, you're physically ramping up blood circulation. That push and ease cycle functions like a pump, pushing out the stale blood and drawing in the fresher stuff. This spot often suffers from sluggish flow thanks to prolonged sitting and the pull of gravity. So, this hands-on help creates genuine shifts. New blood delivers oxygen and vital nutrients, all while clearing away the accumulated waste from your cells. Next, you're awakening nerve endings that link right up to the erectile tissues. Over time, this can get pinched or numb. A soft massage aids in freeing them up and can sharpen how well the nerves transmit signals. It's comparable to wiping down the connections on an aging gadget. Abruptly, the message travels crisp and clear once more. Then, you're influencing the prostate in a roundabout way. The prostate rests directly overhead, and working this spot boosts his blood supply without any invasive prodding. Stronger prostate condition translates to enhanced sexual performance overall, smoother hormone output, and reduced bathroom hassles. On top of that, you're easing trigger points and built-up strain in the pelvic floor muscles. Just like elsewhere in the body, this can form knots and persistent tight spots. Letting go of those trigger points elevates the whole pelvic floor's performance, which is essential for solid erections, stronger climaxes, and reliable bladder management. There's even a response from your parasympathetic nervous system at play. This massage triggers your rest and repair mode, dialing back stress chemicals such as cortisol that disrupt sexual responses. A number of guys describe feeling calmer and more grounded post-massage, which tracks perfectly from a brain-body angle. You'd be surprised how much timing plays into this. The optimal moments are either bright and early in the morning or just prior to lights out. A morning session leverages your body's naturally elevated testosterone and can lift your energy and performance all day long. An evening one promotes unwinding and can sharpen those nocturnal erections and morning firmness. For that opening week, stick to every other day. You're easing your sensitive tissues into a novel routine, and they require a grace period to adjust. Beyond that first week, aim for a daily 1 to 2 minute go-through. Plenty of men opt for twice a day, once in the AM and once at night, but it's overkill for the average person. Sticking with it regularly trumps how long each session lasts. 1 minute daily outshines 10 minutes just once weekly. This is geared toward reshaping your circulation habits and sustaining tissue vitality, both of which demand steady nudges. View it like your workout routine. You can't bank on getting toned from one hardcore session per week. If intimacy is on the horizon, slotting in this massage around 2 to 3 hours ahead can set the stage nicely. It readies the machinery without wearing it out. A few men discover that right before action feels overly arousing or off-putting. So, play around with the schedule. During super stressful stretches, or when troubles ramp up more than normal, bump it to twice a day. But should soreness or chafing pop up, dial back to alternate days till it settles. This isn't a case where more equals better. It's about nailing the sweet spot for your unique setup. The top error men commit is going in too rough. This isn't your hardcore athlete's deep tissue rub. You're dealing with fragile tissues and touchy nerves. Waking up achy the next day? You overdid it. Feeling battered or uneasy? Lighten your touch. Ideal pressure lands as solid yet easygoing. Perhaps a hint of tenderness, but absolutely no pain. Quitting too soon is another frequent slip-up. Some try it for a mere 3 days, spot no huge shifts, and bail. This builds up over time. Think gym gains. You don't sculpt biceps from a single sweep. The majority of fellows pick up early wins within 1 to 2 weeks, with bigger leaps after a solid month of steady effort. Picking the incorrect oil or skipping it entirely trips up a lot of people too. Rubbing dry can irritate and misses out on the oil's extra perks, while slathering on stuff like Vaseline or arbitrary creams might block pores and spark issues. Go for natural varieties that sink in cleanly. Awkward setup is a sneaky culprit as well. If your hand's cramping or you're twisting uncomfortably to reach, consistency will suffer. Settle on a stance that feels right. Flat on your back with knees up, one foot propped on a low stool while standing, or perched at your bed's rim. Pick what grants smooth access sans effort. Occasionally, guys attempt it over close, which hampers it badly. For the oil to do its job and for you to sense the tissues properly, direct skin contact is key. Sure, it calls for some seclusion and ease with your form, but the payoffs outweigh any starting weirdness. Past the clear gains in erectile response, regular practitioners often uncover a slew of bonus perks. Sharper bladder command stands out big time. That pesky post-P leakage tends to fade or vanish completely. Fewer midnight runs to the john for lots of men. Lingering pelvic aches, low back niggles, and hip tightness frequently ease up. Since pelvic floor ties into all those spots, loosening here ripples out wide. One fellow shared how his 5-year hip ache evaporated after just 3 weeks of this. His PT was floored. Hemorrhoid woes often lighten too. Workout output, say for biking or jogging, ramps up. Your pelvic floor forms part of the core ensemble, and when it's humming, the whole setup strengthens. But note greater steadiness, cut down weariness, and quicker bounce backs. Sharper focus and brighter moods crop up often. There's a certain lift from tending to this overlooked corner that boosts total vitality. Could be the circulation upgrade. Could be the dialed back stress. Could be the empowerment of owning your health. Whatever drives it, the feedback's steady. Folks just feel more solid across the board. Inhaling deeply while massaging amps up the upsides. Inhale over 4 beats, pause 4, exhale 4. It fires up the parasympathetic branch and deepens the calm-down effect. Some discover picturing heat and circulation flooding the zone during the rub adds to it. Alternating warm and cold can assist as well. Lay a warm cloth over the perineum for 5 minutes pre-rub to soften tissues and aid oil uptake. A few bold types follow the massage with a chill blast to spike flow via the switch-up. A cool rag for 30 seconds can really wake the area. Loosening hip flexors and inner thighs pre or post massage yields better outcomes. Those groups link to the pelvic floor, and tightness there tugs on the lot. Basic moves like butterfly or happy baby pose yield solid gains. Hydration's non-negotiable. Solid water intake fuels circulation and aids in purging the cell junk stirred by the massage. Shoot for ounces equaling half your weight each day. Up it if you're moving a lot or in a warm spot. Long-haul success hinges on weaving this into your flow so it feels organic, not obligatory. Tie it to a daily habit, post-shower, pre-toothbrush, or tucked into your wind-down ritual. Stash your oil somewhere handy, you'll spot it. What you don't see, you forget. A compact bottle by the bedside or in the bath vanity does the trick. Log your strides, at least to kick off. Jot in your phone's notes app or a basic notebook. Score your pep, function tweaks, overall vibe from 1 to 10. After 30 days, review it. Spotting gains fuels the fire to keep at it. Skip the all or nothing mindset. Miss a session? No doubling up tomorrow, just resume. Long-term steadiness beats flawless every time. Even 3 or 4 goes weekly helps plenty. Daily's the gold standard though. Frame this as upkeep, not just a fix. Even with smooth sailing now, it safeguards performance as years add up. Preserving wellness beats rebuilding it from scratch. Bottom line, it's your call. You could nod along to fading as fate, lean on meds with their baggage, and wish luck. Or dedicate 1 minute daily to a no-fuss method that lifts circulation, melts tension, and backs your body's own rhythms. This won't rewrite your life overnight by magic. It's handing your form the tune-up it craves to run right. We swap our ride's oil, we clear the drains, we tune the tools. Why skip servicing ourselves, particularly the bits fueling joy and bonds? The outlay's tiny, a minute's effort, a couple bucks for quality oil, and openness to a fresh tack. The upside? Smoother operation, broader wellness, and that. A short vibe from steering your own ship. So, my dare. Commit 30 days. Mornings or nights. 1 minute of soft rubbing with solid oil. Tune into the shifts. Most dudes get blown away not only by the bedroom boosts, but the full body lift from nurturing this forgotten patch. Often, the plainest fixes pack the biggest punch. This time-tested approach, now lit up by fresh insights, might slot right into your wellness gap. If this sparked something, pass it to a buddy who could use it. We gotta normalize these talks. Hit subscribe for more down-to-earth tips that dig deeper than the standard eat right, move more lines. And chime in below with your take. If you give this a whirl, your tale could nudge another guy to step up. Your prime doesn't have to fade in the rear view. Armed with smart info and easy habits, you can hold steady or level up deep into the years ahead.